Yes, people. You're now tuned into the Unspoken Gems podcast. For your mum, for your dad, for your sister, for your brother, for anyone in your family. We do not discriminate. And see, we're started off. We kicked off already.
It's been a hot sex still.
After a little hiatus, we're back. But yeah, my name's Kio Apaloo, and to my left, I've got my co-host.
Yeah, I go by the name of Drizz.
And today we've got a special guest.
Naaman at Locs by name. Wagwan.
Listen,
welcome, man. Welcome.
When you see this, you're going to see the Locs already, so you know why it's called Locs by name. But yeah, Naaman, give us a little bit about yourself and let the people know about you.
Well, I'm a Loc-tician. Been a Loc-tician for about 14 years now.
Listen, people, Loc-tician, Loc-tician, not stylist, not barber, man's a Loc-tician.
Man's a Loc-tician. Been a Loc-tician for about 14 years now, going strong. Yeah, man, just out here doing my thing, just trying to make it out here, you know what I'm saying to you? Trying to make, trying to spread that love, make everybody feel nice, transform people's lives, you know what I'm saying to you? You know what I mean? Just there, man. Yeah, man.
And I must say, Naaman's transformed my life. As you can see my hair, listen, only certain people can touch my hair, and that's the man right there. You get me?
Working magic, yeah?
That's around by there. But yeah, Naaman, what got you into doing locks and stuff like that? How come you want to become a loctician?
What got me to do locks is mainly because of my Rastafarian background. So it comes down to my upbringing, being brought up Rastafarian, gave me my starting point within Locs, joining and then getting involved with the hair industry, made me getting more in tune with it, more into more the natural side of things. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Styling of locks, cultivation of locks, the diversity of locks as well, which can be seen to be won by vast amounts of people for different walks of life, different cultures, backgrounds, and things like that. So it's mainly just to enable people just to see the beauty in locks rather than be the negative connotations which has been put onto it. You know what I'm saying to you in the past. Do you know what I mean? So. Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, when they hear locks, they've got that negative stigma straight away. They think not clean hair.
Yeah.
They think all other kind of stereotypes which come with locks. But as you know, being a loctician, you can style your locks. You can clean your locks frequently if you want to.
Exactly.
There's ways of taking care of your locks. So it's not
maintaining them,
Exactly. And you can obviously give us more information on that as well. Because even, for example, when I started my locks, it was like a 50-50 thing for me. And obviously speaking to yourself and getting that consultation, it allowed me to understand more about locks. As you can see, my locks are not like stereotypical locks, as they may say, but that's because of Naaman and having that consultation and allowing me to understand locks is deeper than just hair. It's actually you.
It's actually a lifestyle.
It's actually a lifestyle.
And with locks, locks is their hair for their own spiritual purposes and for their own reasons. So a lot of people can do it because they like the hairstyle, they like the whole look of it. Some people can do it because they've been through a lot of things, they've done a lot of things with their hair, and they feel like this is the best way to wear their hair in a natural style. Other people do it because it's also a lifestyle. And it's a lifestyle of which they have chosen to live. And the reason why they've chosen to live it is because they've also chosen the locks to represent that and identify with that lifestyle as well. So for me, it's like locks are personal to the person that's wearing them for their own personal individual choices. Not just has to be deemed with Rastafarianism. Because that's the thing where a lot of people see with locks automatically think you're a Rastafarian. You don't have to be dread to be Rasta. Rastafarianism is a contentment of one's heart. You know what I'm saying to you? It's a spiritual contentment of one's heart and plain words to be born again. So a lot of people seem to get it twisted. You know what I'm saying to you? So locks are personal to the person, to the individual that's wearing it for their own individual choice.
So as I've seen like a lot of celebrities now growing their hair out like that now. Like for example, I've seen Jay-Z. We've all known Jay-Z's have a clean cut haircut. You see Jay-Z, J. Cole,
long hair, like,
Kodak Black. They've all got these big locks and stuff like that. Is that something you've seen as well? Like it's becoming more fashionable as time goes on.
I've seen beforehand. Locks would just seem to be for that of Rastafarianism. Now it's a trend. So now basically locks have become more funky. It's become more trendy. It's more stylish now. Whereas you've got a lot of the stars like Jay-Z, you've got just stars like A1, then you've got stars like Offset, you know what I'm saying to you, just to name a few that are out there wearing locks, you know what I'm saying to you, wearing locks in a natural form as well. Go back to Jay-Z, how he's decided to wear his locks is in his natural form. A lot of people in the industry, why is he wearing this hairstyle? He's wearing this hairstyle because locks, it's a signification of who he is and what he is. You know what I'm saying to you, and what he stands for. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I do like it. I do like it, and for me, I'm not the type of person where, oh no, the body shouldn't be doing this with locks. Locks is something that is very diverse and it's very, very versatile. So the different styles, different looks, different trends you're seeing, it's just it's just evolution of it, really.
And being a Loc-tician yourself and seeing people come in and out of your salon, you've actually probably seen yourself how multicultural locks has become as well.
Definitely.
You don't just have people of the black origin or ethnic origin who are getting locks. You might have people from all different walks of life having
different
locks,
walks of life, different walks of life, from black to white to Asian, Chinese. You know what I'm saying to you, across the whole board. And you know what? For me, it's beautiful. It's something beautiful to see because you actually see the true beauty in locks.
Yes.
Because locks are portrayed, the different beauty in locks pertaining to the hair type, the hair texture. You know what I'm saying to you? It just basically depicts the beauty in it. You know what I'm saying to you? So for me, I like it. You know what I'm saying to you? A lot of people saying, I've had quite a lot of people over the past weeks coming to me saying, yeah, I want to locks my hair. People with European hair, Asian, you know what I'm saying to you, coming into, they want to locks it because they love the look of it. And for me, go for it.
So Naaman, do you get stopped a lot? I know the answer, but I want the people to know. Do you get stopped a lot in regards to your locks and people asking like, oh, is your hair real and stuff like this? Yeah.
Definitely. I get stopped a lot. Is your hair real? Can you wash it? The usual questions. Can you wash your hair? Is my hair real? Is it extensions? This, that, and the other. And I have to educate people. I've been growing my locks now for coming on 20 years now. So I've had my locks for a very long time. My locks are real. That is all mine. I can wash it. It's hair. You know? It's like it's hair. You can wash your hair. It's hair. We can wash it. You know? This whole thing about, oh, we have dreads. So, oh, we have locks. So we cannot wash our hair. That your hair, it's like sometimes it's sometimes, and I'm sure Kio, you can vouch it. Sometimes it's like when people have asked you so many times, oh, can you wash your hair? Oh, can you do this? Oh, can you do that?
I just say I can't.
I just say, you know what? I can't do it. It's got to a point. I just go along with it. I get the question asked, can you wash your hair?
I can't.
No, I can't. You know. Oh, so when you do your hair, you have to take it out and put it back in again. Yes, I do, and it takes like 3-4 days to do it. You just go along with it because sometimes I think it's just the ignorance towards it. It's hair. It can be washed. You know what I'm saying to you? It can't be washed as frequent as our European counterparts. Why? Because European hair creates more oils, whereas Afro hair relies on its oils. You know what I'm saying to you? So, yes, people, we can wash our locks. Yes.
The question as well, Naaman, that you probably get as well is like, can you take your locks out and then pull it back in? Like people sometimes ask me, can you untie your lock, unlock it, have it as an afro, and then lock it back in again?
You can do. There is a process. There's a process. So what you'd have to do, for example, in order to achieve that, you'd normally cut off half the length of your hair.
Okay.
And then with the rest of the hair, you would then saturate it in the loads of conditioner. Put it either underneath the dryer and just let it soak in all that conditioner. And then it will take you probably the whole day, 2 days, a week, depending on how much hair you have, how dense it is, how mature your hair is as well. Because the more mature your hair is, the longer it takes for it to come out. So you could be sitting out there with a comb combing out your locks for a good week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Until it actually comes out,
before everything's out. And then even when you've done that, you then have to go through and get it washed, conditioned, trimmed up and everything like that. So it's a process. It's a long process, but it's something that can be done.
So for yourself, like I've already come to the conclusion that when I do get rid of my locks, I'm just getting rid of my whole hair completely. I'm not going to go through that process of trying to unlock it. For yourself, what would you do when you're ready to maybe say, look, I'm going to get rid of my locks now? Would you go for that process or just get...
Oh, no, my locks would have to drop off one by one.
So you're so literally, so you could be down to your last lock.
Yeah.
You just let it drop. Yeah.
Just let it drop off.
I thought of that as well, you know. And we had this conversation already. I actually like, I don't really want to get rid of my locks, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that goes again to my question of like the male pattern baldness as we get older as men.
Yeah.
Like, what do we do to treat things like that?
Okay, things with like male pattern baldness, traction alopecia, alopecia areata. Before it actually gets to alopecia areata, when you things male pattern baldness is something that can be hereditary. So if it's hereditary, you just have to try to do things to help prolong it.
Yeah.
Yeah. However, if you do get things like with male pattern baldness, traction alopecia, alopecia areata, especially with traction alopecia and male pattern baldness, I always say the very, very first thing, number one, go and see your stylist. Number two, if depending on the severity of it, your stylist will then, and your stylist should refer you to a dermatologist. Now, depending on the severity of it, the dermatologist will be able to give you a diagnosis of what's happened and the correct causes to take, or you would then be referred over to a trichologist. Yeah. And it's where they take a camera and they go actually onto your scalp and actually look at the follicle, look at the roots itself. Do you know what I'm saying? Look at the hair shaft in itself, actually be able to determine and ascertain what the actual problem and condition is. So if you do have things like traction alopecia, things like that, trimming your hair, cutting your hair is very, very good. Why? Because you're taking off excess weight around the area. So therefore you're applying less tension and less pressure, which will basically help reduce the minimization of the hair follicles. Do you know what I'm saying to you? And also applies less pressure. Also at the same time, by allowing it to breathe a lot more and doing regular massaging of the scalp using circular motions, as we call it efforage, which is just basically the stroking in the circular motions, which helps to stimulate and also helps provide more stimulation and circulation. Yeah, beneath the scalp surface. Do you know what I mean? And then at the same time as well, for healthy hair growth and things like that, also consists of your lifestyle. So if you're very active, if you're as I say the gym bugs, people that love the gym, people that live and thrive in the gym, very, very active, you keep yourselves going, keep yourselves healthy, you're ensuring that your bodies are well hydrated, you're eating food regularly throughout the day, you're regularly burning it off. You know what I'm saying to you? Your diets as well, healthy diets, healthy balanced diets, drink plenty of water. Our bodies are made of 75% of water, which is very, very important. So hydration is key. Without hydration, we'll be able to showcase through our eyes, our hair, our skin, our nails. Yeah?
Yep.
So for me, it's always best that when you do have these things, number one, see your stylist. Number two, go see a dermatologist, and then from there they will be able to give you the correct diagnosis and the correct procedures to go through. And what I will say to all as well, this is for the guys as well in terms of the male pattern baldness. At the same time with all the ladies,
I was gonna say that, ladies,
all the weaves, all the lace fronts, all the bonding glue.
Do you know what it is? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Girls, you have to protect your edges. You have to keep your edges on fleek, okay?
The reason that they look lovely, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm aware that it can do. Are you lot bad? And you lot, I took it there, you know.
Oh, bro. It's mad.
I know you girls want to be looking good in your weaves, but there's looking good and there's been unbelievable, okay? You just have to keep it calm, yeah?
Did you hear what he just said? He said be unbelievable. Listen, I think people didn't actually listen to that. Listen. Let's start again. Come, let's get this. But listen, I think because today, this is the best man to speak to, not just for the males, but also for the females.
Well.
And females will be watching this as well and thinking, what can I do to kind of help my hair? Because females get female pattern baldness as well, don't they?
Exactly.
So they're probably thinking what to do. And I remember when I was in school when we was young, there's a product that most of the man them used to use all the time. It's called S-Curl.
S-Curl, yeah.
And you don't know how much damage that was doing to your hair at the time. We tried to do that Jerry Curl, Michael Jackson kind of swag, and it's not the thing. It's like
it's all about the it's all about the texturizing and everything like that.
Exactly. And literally, when you apply that to your hair, it was actually burning your head.
It's burning your scalp, yeah.
So I know females have similar products that they use. Even like we were talking the other day about the hot comb. That's the old school way to straighten your hair. But it's literally burning your scalp.
Burning your scalp. It's true. It's true. With all that, the no-lie relaxers and everything like that, you're burning off the scalp. You're actually disintegrating the actual kink in the actual hair in itself. You know what I'm saying? And especially with my females out there, I love y'all. I really, really do. I just want y'all just to basically help and just, you know what, to start embracing your own natural hair. Because what the problem is this, where society has deemed that you females have to look good with processed hair on your head, hair that comes from somewhere you don't even know where it comes from, hair that's been chemically treated. You know, it's the truth.
And
Hair,
it's mad. They look so
it's got
beautiful.
No, it's got no, it's got no movement.
Yeah.
But it's one thing is that whereas the media has enabled women to see themselves looking more beautiful if they've got a lace front on.
Yeah.
I say, yes, I can lay my edges. You know what I'm saying? To edges which are not actually yours. But, you know, your lace, it's true, you know? It's the truth.
Do you know what it is, though, as well? Like you said,
Just be natural.
Embracing a natural look. And they look so beautiful when they embrace a natural look. That's
Exactly.
why I like hair. That's my thing.
Exactly.
I like hair. Do you know what I mean? Hair is something that you can just see somebody's natural beauty in their hair. Do you know what I mean?
And wouldn't it be nice for us guys, yeah, when we can actually put our hands through a woman's hair and stroke it through from root to tip? It's not being stopped at the track. It's not being stopped at the track. I mean, I'm being serious. I'm being serious.
That's true.
So you put the hands in here, it stops at the track, and then you're feeling bare Velcro and things like that. It's true.
No, it's true that you're saying though. Like the natural look, and I think with society now, I think people are trying to embrace the natural look more.
Exactly.
Which I think they've understood the fact that people do like it more. Because a lot of people thought, like, especially when I was in school, natural look wasn't the way to go. Obviously, a lot of guys, we had a haircut. A lot of girls just done what they want to do. But as we've got older, you see, like, for example, I always use that lady, Lupita
Nyong'o.
who just does the natural stuff.
Natural, yeah.
She complection's dark. She does the colours.
Exactly.
Hair,
but you just see the difference with her and how her beauty transpires.
Yeah.
Because you got people like, for example, like, okay, I'm going to use a very, very popular one, Beyonce. Now, Beyonce is very, very known for changing her look. She's known for changing her look to looking afro. She's also known for changing her look to looking very, very, how can I say, very, very, very plastic size. Very, very dolly. You know what I'm saying to you? And it's, you have the girls out there that basically feel that they have to add all these fake lashes that they can't even blink out of. They can't even blink properly. It's too heavy for the eyes. I don't get it. Then they feel like they have to put all this excess hair on them to look good, to feel like they look good. But what are you looking good for? Are you looking good for the betrayal? Or are you looking good to fit a certain idea? Or are you looking good for, you know what I'm saying? So for me...
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, it changes with time. I think, especially there's so much pressure in society at the moment with celebrities and stuff like that, and Instagram, social media, all this kind of stuff. People want to look their
wants
best.
to look good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Wants to look
Like there's
good,
not many people that will take a picture or show you a video of them woken up in the morning.
Yeah.
Where their natural look is, which more people need to embrace that, because more people that embrace that, more people will see that's normal, and it becomes the norm.
Now you see, that's why I love Alicia Keys.
Yeah, it's true.
That's why I loved Alicia Keys.
She's one of the first women I said stop doing makeup.
Because when she stopped doing the whole makeup thing, people actually started just to realise, wow, she's actually really beautiful without it. You know what I'm saying to you? And you've got other stars out there, like for example, Whoopi Goldberg never worn makeup because she feels like she doesn't have to wear makeup to depict or define her beauty. Then you have others out there, like for example, like you've got your Nia Long, you've got the Kardashians, all these women out there that feel they have to put all these makeup on their face, and the Nicki Minaj's to your even the Cardi B, or should I say Belle Khali's, Cardi B. She's very, very made up, but what I do like about Cardi B, you also do see her natural as well.
Yeah, she does show that quite a lot. Yeah, I do.
So
like
she does show that side of her as well, which I do commend. Nicki Minaj, I've seen both. We tend to see both sides.
What about Rihanna?
To you. Rihanna, I like to see Rihanna because Rihanna, she wears makeup but not too much. The thing about the thing about Rihanna, she does the makeup thing, she does the hair thing, but she keeps it such that she doesn't overdo it. You know what I'm saying? She's just not overdo it. Like for example, like people like Lady Gaga and all them people like that have literally just gone overboard with it. You know what I'm saying? So for me, for women, yes, you can wear your hair, wear your makeup and everything, but I believe that make it look as subtle, as natural as possible. Less is always more.
Yeah, you're right. I don't disagree with that at all. And obviously, being a man as well and doing locks as well, Naaman, when you've had women coming into your shop, have they been like a bit funny of getting locks? I know some women don't want to get rid of their hair. For guys, we can just cut it off. A woman doesn't really necessarily want to go bald.
That's it.
So is your consultations usually a bit harder when you're speaking to women as opposed when you're speaking to men?
It's true. Because it's true. You've got a point there because with guys, we will just be like, okay, cool. Go in, sit down. Okay, this is it. This is what we're looking for. Get some information. Yeah, good to go. We just do it. Done. Yeah. Women are more. how can I put? Are more proactive with their hair than us guys.
Exactly,
Us guys will have their hair done.
Yeah.
That's it. Done out the way. Bob's your uncle. Done.
Yeah.
Women are more pedantic with their hair, and women are also basically engulfed with this having long, luscious hair. So I've had a lot of women come in and say to me, "Oh, I want to lock my hair, but I'm not too sure if it will grow in time." I said, "Listen, the only thing that you have to do is have patience
And look after it. Yeah.
look after it, treat it well, have patience, do what you have to do in order to treat it good." Because I always say, I say to every single woman, imagine your hair to be like the children you have carried.
That's true.
You reap what you sow. You know what I'm saying to you? The seeds that you bear, allow them to flourish. You know what I'm saying? So don't allow them to go rotten. So I say to them, apply that method to your hair. So therefore, treat your hair good. Allow your hair to breathe. Back to back, over like stitching, weaving, all of these things are not going to allow your hair to grow in the way that you want it to grow. And this is why a lot of women are having problems with severe traction alopecia, alopecia areata, female pattern baldness, or the hair just literally but them using too much products. And the hair is literally just burning out the follicles straight away. So as a result of that, they've been left bald. As a result of that, I would just say to my fellow queens out there, just try and embrace your natural hair, because your natural hair, you shine through even more. You don't feel like you have to add anything to emphasize nor to signify your beauty. Allow your beauty to speak for itself. But the unfortunate thing is, the media has psychologically got into so much women's heads now that they feel that they have to do things like lip implants, fillers, all of these things, plastic surgery, augmentations, all of these things, just to look a certain way, to fit a certain look, of which the media is portraying. And in the midst of doing that, they're actually damaging themselves. So for me, it's all good now when you're in your 20s and 30s, maybe early to mid 40s, and you're doing all this and you're looking great. But what happens when you turn 60, 70 and 80 when all that sags? That's not going to look, because it's plastic and that plastic is going to melt. What's going to happen? I'm just being real.
Oh, no, you're right, Naaman, you're right.
Because, because you don't want to be like a Katie Price who continues to have to go back or a Donatella Versace, you know what I'm saying to you? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, good.
Or even that guy, that Ken doll guy.
Oh, I've seen that guy.
You know what I'm saying to you? That my guy took out how much of his ribs just to why would you do that?
Talking on that, Naaman, as well. Talking on that we were saying about women and embracing their natural side and not following the media. This also affects men
at the same time.
Extremely. Like, you have men that will, instead of going to the gym, they will get pec implants.
Yeah.
They will do ab implants.
Yeah.
And obviously, each to their own. But like I said, do not get trapped into what the media
Don't get trapped into it, because it's not healthy.
It's not healthy at all.
If you want the abs, if you want the pecs and you want the abs, just go to the gym.
And work.
Put in that hard work. Put in that hard work, because at the same time, your muscles will be better off from it, your body will be better off from it, and you will look better from it.
And you will also feel much better that you've done this hard work to get there.
That's right.
Instead of buying it, basically.
Buying it. It's like a quick fix.
Yeah, it's true. It's like steroids. The same thing as steroids. I'm against steroids completely.
It's like you walk in with a beer belly, you walk out with abs. It doesn't work out like that. Because at the same time, all the things that you're injecting, it's damaging your muscles there. So for me, if you've got that muscle mass, if you've got that mass of excess fat that you can
build it,
that you can turn into muscle, build it, because not only are you building your muscle, you actually help it to improve your frame and your shape, your longevity of life at the same time. Do you know what I mean? So I'll say your brothers out there, don't be following the girls with all this quick fix, because it doesn't work. If you want that slim body, the 6-pack, the 8-pack, you want the wings, you want the refining thing, you know what I'm saying? You want to have that line, you know what I'm saying? You want to have that cut? Get yourself into the gym.
Hit the gym, my guy.
Or even if the same, to the brothers out there that have got low confidence and self-esteem, I would say the best thing for you to do It's the best thing. Go and get yourself a personal trainer.
and
Get
build,
yourself a
yeah.
one-to-one, and that will build your confidence, build your self-esteem. So therefore, you'll be a lot more comfortable being in a gym, working out amongst other people. You know what I'm saying to you? That's what I will say. And just keep it moving.
It's so true because I've spoke to so many guys in the past, and a lot of them said, like just as we get older, everyone gets into relationships, everyone has kids, everyone gets married, and you have one friend that's still single or whatnot, and he's always thinking like, how comes my friend's got this? Because some of them maybe lack that confidence.
Yeah.
And like you said, there's nothing better, and I will vouch for this, and I'll give this information to everyone. There's nothing better than getting in the gym, building the body you want, and gaining that self-esteem and confidence.
Yeah.
Once you've got that, the world is your oyster.
Yeah, that's it.
Once as a man you feel confident, you can do anything.
That's it.
Do you know what I mean?
That's
and I think
it.
a lot of us, man, and we lack that in the sense that
That's
we
it.
think, like, I just can't be bothered. Nothing's going to change for me. But you don't understand. Once you're in that gym, you hit that gym and you work out.
That's
boy,
it.
you're
And then once you start, you cannot stop.
Exactly. It's like
Once you
Pringles.
start-
Once you pop, you can't stop.
That's
mate.
it.
Literally.
And you think about it, and it's good for our brains as well. Because
Yes.
when we work out, we release a pheromone which is called oxytocin. A lot of oxytocin is released, which is good for our brains. You know what I'm saying? It's good for the body. You know what I'm saying to you? And at the same time, it's good for our own peace of mind as well. You know what I'm saying to you? So even if you, say for example, if you don't want to go to the gym, set out your own personal health plan. So whereas you cut your meals down,
Even if it's meals,
you change,
Even
you
if
change
it's
what
diet,
you eat.
yeah.
You walk a lot more rather than driving or riding your bike. Riding your bike is good. Walk a lot more. You know what I'm saying to you? Don't drive to that place. Walk it instead. Do a power walk. Do a frisk walk. You know what I'm saying to you? When you're at home, do some press-ups. Do some sit-ups. Do a bit of cardio at home. Set yourself up that way. If you don't feel comfortable like doing it in a gym, not every man does. Not every woman does. Set yourself up in your home. Set you up your own personal health things. Rather than say, okay, cool, I'm going to go check a friend today. Rather than driving to my friends, I'm going to cycle to my friends. I'm going to walk to him. I'm going to walk to he or she. And that's in tune because walking is very, very good. It's very, very good.
The mind,
Power
the body.
walking, take a little jog. Set yourself a goal, 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to go for an hour's jog. From 7 till 8, I'm going to go for an hour's jog around the block. Circle it 2, 3, 4 times, come back, do a bit of cardio, take a breather, take a shower, get on with your day.
And you said it as well there, Naaman, when you're speaking about diet. Like, so much people are more concerned about the plates in the gym more than the plates in the kitchen.
That's it.
Do you know what I mean? Like, they're not concerned about what they're putting on the plate and the food.
That's
and
it.
this is, again, it's the ego. It's the fact that, if I pick up the heaviest thing in the gym, everyone's going to rate me. Number one, we're getting older. Number two, you're going to get injuries. Number three, once you get certain injuries, they cannot be reversed.
Yeah. And it's no point in trying to look
They
good.
cannot be reversed.
It's
I'm
not
telling you, yeah.
good trying
They
to
cannot be
look good
reversed.
and you're straining your muscles at the same time. Oh, I'm lifted, but I'm straining at the same time. No. You start off little and you grad yourself and you build yourself up.
Because I've seen people lift up a big weight in the gym, and because there's people watching, they've lifted that weight. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
When you go home and sit down, the pain they feel.
The feeling.
You know what I mean? The pain.
Trust
Obviously,
me.
in front of people, they can't show that. But once your muscle then starts to ease,
That's
and
actually
the
the
storm
last
starts
stuff.
kicking in, you start thinking,
exactly.
whoa, that don't feel right.
That'll feel right.
Then you go
That's it, yeah.
chiropractor and they say, what you been doing? You're damaged for this long now. Over that one day to show up for the gym. It's not worth it.
You put too much pressure on it's like your muscles are gone from being like that, and you're just gonna go shoot one time.
worth it.
You have to work it. A lot of people get it.
Yeah, gradually.
You have to gradually work up your muscles. That's why before a workout you do a warm up. You do a warm up. So therefore, basically, you're warming yourself up. You get your heart rate going. You know what I'm saying to you? You get your muscles warmed up. So therefore, once you start doing the hard stuff, your muscles can take
are ready
it.
for it,
And at the same time, once you've had a good workout, once you feel that burn, the best thing to do is go back and go back again and burn it because it's a sign that your muscles are working. You rest your muscles, you give them that rest time, then go back and burn them again because your muscles are giving you a sign, now work me now. I want to be worked, you know what I'm saying to you? So, and at the same time as well, losing weight is just not by going to the gym and it's not just by what you eat, it's your state of mind.
Yes. Yeah, if your mind's not ready, you're not ready.
It has to be your state of mind. So if you have to get your mind right. Once you get your mind right and in that state of mind, you're going to lose weight, everything will flow.
You're right. It's so true. And obviously, I'm a true believer of swimming as well. I like to swim. But only problem is, since I've got locks, I've stopped swimming.
It's the chlorine tip.
When you told me, literally,
hair and
I went on holiday once. Yeah, this is a funny joke. Don't laugh. You probably gonna laugh at it. But I went on holiday once. Yeah, I went went on holiday once now, yeah. And the person I was on holiday with, they were watching and being like, I remember that day. But yeah, went on holiday once, and literally I had my hair up. I think you done a style for me. I had it up.
Yeah.
And literally, I don't know what happened. I was just in the water. And I kind of slipped, and my hair went into water. I was like, oh! I just I remember Naaman saying, no. I remember saying, don't get your hair wet. Don't get your hair wet. Yeah. I was like, ah! And the girl was like to me, are you drowning? I was like, ah!
The girl
I was so scared about my hair getting wet.
Yeah.
I was like, what am I doing? And I started panicking.
Yeah.
Because my hair's getting wet.
Yeah.
I'm in the deep end. I thought I was drowning.
Yeah.
And after, when I've got out of the water, the man said, no, this is not clean water. It's normal water.
It's normal water.
I'm embarrassed myself in front of everyone. Let's look at it like, what's wrong with this guy? But literally,
I couldn't speak to it.
my hair was just in the water like that. It was mad. But literally, when I started getting locks, when I started growing locks, I literally stopped swimming because I've noticed now it's very difficult to get like a cap that can fit over your whole head.
Correct,
Especially
yeah.
when your hair, like for example, how would you put a cap over your hair if it's out like that now? You wouldn't be able to do that, would you, Naaman?
It's a lot because I've tried the caps. They're too small.
Yeah.
They're too small. They're too constricting. So for me, it's kind of because I love swimming.
Yeah.
I love to swim and I'm a very, very good swimmer. The only thing that stops me again is the chloride because it dries out. It's a drying agent which strips and dries out the hair. Also the skin as well, strips and dries out the skin as well. That's why I can't wait to go on holiday.
Because natural water.
Because it's pure, natural spring, pure, fresh water. Whenever I'm on holiday, I'm in the water 24/7. I can't keep out of the water.
Something you told me before, Naaman, it's put fear in me when you told me about the guy. He went on holiday and he swam in the water. And there's a certain way when your locks get wet. There's a certain way.
Yeah, you cannot. You have to rotate your head. You have to bring your head up, and you have to rotate your head round and bring your locks back in a rotatory fashion. Because, like I did tell Kio beforehand, one guy he got out of the pool. His locks were very, very long, very, very long and very, very heavy. Yeah. He had then literally just went and flashed his locks back and snapped his neck and died as a result.
Because it's so heavy.
Oh, yeah, for real.
Because of the weight of it alone. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, you're feeling that, innit? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. All these things. Yeah. It's mad. It's mad because
he snapped his neck.
There's so much maintenance with locks. Yeah. Like, there's certain things you literally can't do. Like, there's some styles they name and I can't do it because if I'm in the gym, I literally can't put my head on the bench because it's not practical.
It's not practical. So it's like it's also like with locks as well. With styling locks, you also have to style it according to your lifestyle. So therefore, if you're, for example, like a fitness fanatic like Kio, you know what I'm saying? Bang on his fitness, his styles have to be practical. Yeah. Simple, wearable, but practical styles.
You
know what I'm saying to you?
Mad.
Like, for example, and then you have other people that would be like in a corporate field, like up styles, formal corporate dudes. You know what I'm saying to you? You know what I'm saying? So you have to, depending on your profession as well and your lifestyles, that's how you tend. It's psychological. People don't realize it. We tend to style ourselves according to our lifestyles.
It's mad.
But it's something that we're all oblivious to. We don't realize that we're doing it, but we actually all do it. Like for me, I'm ginger. I'm naturally ginger. I'm naturally redhead. You know what I'm saying to you? So people say, how did you get that? It's a recessive gene. And it's a gene that can be passed on through generations. So it can skip generations. In my case, it skipped 6 generations.
But all your siblings have the same colour hair, don't they?
Well, there's me, there's my 2 brothers that look like me. We're 3 gingers. Yeah. And then my niece, I have a niece, she's ginger as well. That's because her father is Jamaican and he's got the Scottish along his bloodline, which is same like my family. So that's where it comes from. Do you know what I'm saying to you? So, yeah. And then I've got people on my dad's side talk about it's not that side. No.
But say that name, like, because you've done so many people's hair. Like, what's the maddest colour hair you've seen? Like natural colour. Somebody's come into the shop and they've like, you thought, wow. Or is there anyone you've seen their hair and think that is beautiful hair?
You know what? This lady, she came in. She was from Ethiopia. And her hair was like, it was like a browny blonde, like a really nice brown blonde, natural brown blonde, natural. And the softness. It was locks. She had locks.
Wow.
Waistline down to her waist. But her hair was impeccable. Her hair was beautiful.
Never seen
Just the look,
Yeah.
everything, and her eyes. Hazel and green eyes. She had
Ethiopian.
hazel green eyes. And she had those big, like, beautiful eyes. Beautiful. For me, Ethiopian Eritrean women, the eyes, the bone structures, absolutely beautiful. So for me, that was one that sticks out. That's one that sticks out. And there was another brother that I saw as well. His hair was not too far from my colour. Not too far from my colour. And he had green eyes.
Green, okay.
He had green eyes. And I was like, wow, look at that.
Yeah, and it's natural as well.
Yeah, it's just natural.
Them,
It just makes you see.
That is mad.
It just makes you see that, you know something, we as people, we come in many different shades, many different tones.
And we should be accepted no matter what shade of tone we come in.
That's right.
This is what people have to understand and take away all the connotations, stereotypes, stigmas. Just accept us for who we are.
Accept us. But you know something, we also have to accept ourselves.
Yeah.
That's the thing about it.
If you don't accept yourself and you start doing things that people don't accept, you're becoming that
How do you expect
stigma.
people to accept you if you don't accept who you are, if you don't accept the skin that you're in, you don't embrace that? So how does people to accept that or to even respect it? You know what I'm saying to you? There's a lot of people out there right about now bleaching their skin because they feel like that looking lighter is looking a lot better. No, what they're actually telling you to do is bleaching out the skin. They're telling you to bleach out your pigmentation, bleach out your melanin, your purity, to look like something that you're not. Whereas, you know what? Everybody should be happy with the skin they're born into. You're born into the skin you're into for a reason. Love it and embrace it.
Yeah, man.
It's so true.
Simple as that, you know what
true.
I'm saying? But it's unfortunate that right back now we live in a society whereas basically if you're too dark, you're not deemed to look good or to be beautiful or to be adored or admired. But if you're of a lighter skin tone, then you're seen to be admired, you're seen to be beautiful, you're seen to be great and all of this type of things. But really and truly, this is what makes us, the human race, beautiful because we all comes in different shades, different tones and different colours. You know what I'm saying to you? It's even down to things like with religion. Now, I say, for me, I always say, I don't have religion, I have spirituality. I believe that we are all spiritual walks of life on this planet.
No matter what religion you are.
No matter what we are. Because for me, I believe that religion is something that is being put on to segregate and say, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. No, we are all spiritual. It's all different forms of spiritual walks of life, functioning and praising the one thing. But the one thing reveals himself in many different images and likenesses. There's only one race. It's not the black race or the Asian race or the white race. There's a human race. And when they say, oh, God looks like this, God looks like that. No.
Yeah, when I used to see God had locks and...
We are all made. God is a spiritual... God is something that over time, faces have been put towards it. Images have been put towards, but God has no image. The Lord has no image. The Lord is a spiritual, mystical energy which manifests in each and every one of us. So not only us, just as humans, animals, the creatures, the trees, everything. You put us all together, that is the Lord talking, Mother Nature. You know what I'm saying to you? So for me, it's mystical.
And I think people don't understand how important nature and things are around us are.
It's true.
Even when looking back to hair products and stuff like that, a lot of these hair products that people are buying is full of artificial rubbish. Excuse my language.
That's
when you
right.
can make all these, obviously it's time consuming, it's money, but all of these natural products. And that's one thing when I come and done my locks, because I thought when you do locks, you have to put all these chemicals in to start up the locks. But when I went to the salon at the beginning, they prime themselves on natural style, natural locks. There's not all this rubbish you put in your hair to lock your hair because you want to grow your hair and make it grow as long as possible. Now, if you start something wrong, it's going to end wrong.
That's
Do you know
right.
what I mean? So that's one thing when I spoke to you guys and I spoke to Naaman, it put me to do my locks. So I've had my locks for 10 years now. Coming out of uni 21, I thought, let me try locks. And obviously at that time in uni, when you have struggle locks, for people who start locks, when you start your locks, it doesn't look nice. Do you know what I mean? Unless
I know
unless,
that's it. Yeah.
it looks nice, like you look
the
nice. But
smooth
when you look
one.
back on your photos and say, "Oh, damn, my hair used to look like that."
Yeah, my
you're
hair
thinking,
looked
"Nah."
my look naffed, bro.
Like literally, them startup locks is a bit mad. But then as you go over and as time goes on, you realise how important it is to start your locks natural.
That's it. Because they grow better.
Exactly.
Like, for example, a lot of people nowadays like are starting off locks using the lock extensions.
Yeah.
Using the lock extensions method and starting
you
off
must
that
see
way.
some mad,
Fetty Wap
like-
done that, didn't he? Didn't
Fetty Wap
he
and
took
all
his
of them.
aunt's hair. But you can do that though, can't you?
Yeah,
People
you
can
can
take other people's hair
and transplant
attach to your
it
hair.
and attach
So
them
if
to
you
your
want
own
to grow
hair.
locks, I've cut some the other day. So if you want to dread it to your head,
You could either just attach it, or you could put it in his mustache, his beard, like, you know what I'm saying?
It's true. Now, but I've seen a lot of people do that. They detach.
They
Really?
do.
Locks,
They
yeah.
really do.
Okay.
But for me, it's a way that a lot of people do that because they are quicker to want the length. So you see, for me, it's all good to want the length, but the length has to come healthy. So you see, for me, when you start off your locks naturally and you allow your locks to grow naturally, they look a lot better. Because when you do it through, for example, like with the lock extensions, it spoils the formation. So whereas your locks should be like a nice cylinder form, they're gonna come like a squash, like rectangular form.
Okay.
Because it's basically too much constriction. And you got what people listen up to this, but you have to be very, very aware of when you're doing these locker extensions, be very, very mindful of collateral fiber damage. Of basically of the excess hair, and especially people that are using this crochet method now, where it's all the stitching. All of that going through the lock all the time, you're actually damaging the cortex of the locks
So what,
each and
people
every
go
time.
actually through the actual lock itself?
Yeah, because with this whole crochet thing now, where crochet locks and everybody's crochet retwist and everything like that, everybody's crocheting where the needle is going through the lock all the time. Yes, it takes all the hair in, but is it necessarily beneficial and good for the hair all the time? No, it's not. One of the best ways to maintain the hair is by the hand. Because the hand that grows the hair, and you allow the hair you allow the hair to come out full. Too much crocheting, you're damaging your locks, people. Very, very a key thing. So even though it's an in thing, and it's the thing where people use it to stitch too much stitching, you're constricting your hair. And if you do it prematurely, your hair's not going to come out full, and it's not going to be as full and as bouncy as you want it to happen.
And that probably still applies to not just locks, a lot of hair. People
in
doing
general.
things that your hair does not natural
general.
form, it just damage your hair.
Too much chemically treated hair, into to chemicals, over too much heat as well. Like for example, like your ladies, especially your ladies out there with the big afros, you know what I'm saying? To that, you know, you like to straighten out your hair and press out your hair. Don't press it out too often, because what it is, after a while, too much heat on the hair and too much straightening of the hair. What you will eventually do is actually revert your own curl pattern. And you will tend to find, and I've seen it in all the years of me doing hair, I've seen where women have come to me with chemically treated hair or heat or hair that's been so damaged by heat that once the water goes back onto it, it cannot revert back to its own natural curl. That's the thing. Too much heat is bad for the hair. Too much of anything is bad for the hair. Too much products is bad for the hair. So when we're oiling our hair, be very, very mindful. Less is always more. Because if you put too much onto it, what happens, it becomes very limp. And then what happens, you get basically product solidification, which then prevents any other external moisture from being penetrated.
So you won't agree to your natural hair oils and stuff like that.
Because what you have to understand, we also have our natural oils as well, which is our sebum. You know what I'm saying to you? Which is
This is very
sebum, yeah, which is produced by actually produced by our sebaceous gland. You know what I'm saying to you, via the water, you know, but via our bloodstream, the water in our bloodstreams and the nutrients in our blood. You know what I'm saying to you, which is, you know, very, very important. You know, so it's all about, you know, just helping to ensure that your hair and your everything is just hydrated and it's just clean and it's just healthy. You know what I'm saying to you? Anything, do it natural way, using the products, sulfite free, mineral oil free, paraben free.
Paraffin, so I hear a lot about that one. Paraffin,
That's it.
yeah, that
Yeah,
one's
because basically as SLS free, because when we use a lot of shampoos, when you put the shampoo in your hair and it automatically lathers, that's SLS, sodium lauryl sulfates. Yeah, and that is the active ingredient which actually strips the hair. With shampoos that does not contain SLS, you have to work them into a lather.
Yeah.
You have to work it into a lather, and that's better for the hair. It's better for the scalp because you're helping to actually help moisturize the hair and hydrate the hair even thorough. Again, with products as well, a lot of these people they use things like a lot of petroleum-based products. Petroleum is bad for the hair because it dries and strips out the hair. And petrolatum, yeah, is used as a derivative. It's also used as a humectant, a binding agent. Because it's so cheap, a lot of manufacturers, distributors can get large quantities of it, so they use it to bind agents together. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, for example, back in the day, I'm sure you've heard about where people say, use beeswax and everything like that.
That's one thing that kind of throw me off a lot. Like, why am I putting? Because you look at beeswax, it's so thick. So, and I thought I'm gonna lock my hair starting with beeswax, and that's when you guys told me start with a 2-strand twist.
2-strand twist.
It's natural, because the beeswax is just like, why would you put this in
and
your
it
hair?
weighs the hair down. Do it in a nice natural twist, 2-strand twist. Why? Because it allows the hair to expand, to bud, and it's fuller and it's better. It's a healthier way to start off locks. You can either start off locks by comb coils, comb twist, 2-strand twist, or some people start with single plaits. But I don't think single plaits is good because single plaits is too tight.
You want to hold it.
Always do it with a 2-strand twist, or if your hair is smaller, do it with a comb coil because eventually it will expand and it will form. You know what I mean? But then again, your hair also forms. Your hair also forms depending on your curl pattern as well. So the coarser the tighter your curl pattern, the quicker your hair will constrict and form. The softer, the looser your curl pattern, it will take longer. It will take longer.
So people don't know as well, because when I speak to a lot of people, they say, they don't know you can actually, when you start your locks, you can decide or determine what size you want your locks to grow. So you can have medium.
Yeah, because large, the size of your locks is determined by the base. So the size, so the section that you take out. So for example, if I take out this section of hair, it means to say that the lock is going to eventually that thick.
That thick, yeah.
You know what I'm saying to you? However, if there is a difference between the actual size of the lock and the size of your base, you need to look at the methods that you have been using. Too much interlocking. Now, interlocking is a control method with locks, and it's used to control the regrowth. So I'm used to control growth and to basically help take in all the loose bits of hair.
And put it back in, yeah.
That's all interlocking does, is control it. The best way to encourage growth and maintain growth is by hand retwisting. It's the best way. Because by retwisting, you're retwisting the growth and you're maintaining the growth, but you're allowing it to be full. You're allowing the lock to be full. The formation of your locks will change as well. Because with interlocking, you see all the way down the lock, and it tends to be very, very hard and firm. Whereas when you do through retwisting, it's still firm, but it's softer. It's softer and more fuller look. So people, if your locks are not the same size as your bases, look at the method that you've been using.
So the same thing must apply to like beards and stuff like that then. Because obviously it's still hair. So people must use the same sort of methods for beards. Because I know a lot of guys now, they start to use shampoos on their beards and stuff like that. But is there any natural products that you can use on your beards? I know a lot of people, we spoke to the other guy who's saying that beard oils, there's more natural joba oil.
Jojoba
oil, and there's other stuff. No, that is it. When I've seen on the thing, it says joba jar. Jojoba oil. And what else? He said something else. There's another thing he said you could put, but what's other natural products?
It's a jojoba. You got jojoba. You got argan oil, Moroccan oil. You got sweet almond oil as well. You've got
But again, only some of them products will agree with certain people. Is that right?
Certain people,
some oils won't work. Like for example, if you have an allergy to almond or
nuts, wheat.
It won't.
So the usual thing is I always ask people, okay, do you have like an allergy to wheat, nuts, gels, anything like that? Do you know what I'm saying? If you've got like nut allergies, then things like almond and coconut oils won't be good for that. You know what I'm saying to you? You know, things more like aloe vera. will be a lot better off for them. You know what I'm saying? Aloe vera oils will be a lot better off for them. You know what I'm saying to you, you know? More hydrating oils, even things like peppermint oils. Peppermint oils, peppermint, eucalyptus, and tea tree are only to be used in very, very small quantities. Because it's because they're very, very highly concentrated and they're used just to basically help to stimulate and boost circulation.
A lot of people use a lot of tea tree quite a lot though, but it's quite strong tea tree.
Tea tree is very strong, so you don't use a lot of it. It's used to basically, again, to enhance and boost your circulation and also stimulating for the scalp as well. Which is why, like, for example, like when I'm washing hair, I would then infuse a bit of peppermint and a bit of tea tree oil in there. Why? Not too much, just a little bit. Why? Because it helps it boosts the pores, it opens up the pores. It's good for the stimulation. It's soothing, and it's so soothing for the scalp as well.
And you feel it when you put that on. You feel it go straight to your scalp.
Yeah,
it's so soothing for the scalp, and it's good for the circulation for the scalp as well. And it's good stimulation for the scalp as well. And at the same time, it just leaves your head feeling tingly fresh at the same time.
So having locks or Naaman, or just hair in general, would you recommend like sauna and steaming? Does that help the hair as well?
Yeah. Totally. Most definitely, because when you sweat, think about it. We're in a sauna, we're in a steam room. Your hair is covered. Yeah, our hair is covered more time. Yeah. So we're in the sauna in the steam room, and we're there in a sauna. We could be there for about half an hour. And we're just there steaming it out. What's happened? Our bodies are producing a lot of sweat, a lot of oils, a lot of sebum is being created. All that natural lubrication for your scalp, our scalps, our hair. Of course, I definitely recommend sauna steam rooms, because not only is it good for your hair, it's good for your pores. You know, it opens up your pores, allows all the impurities to come out, everything like that. It's good for your hair. It's good. Well, I even recommend that to people. Yeah. If you're going to go to a sauna steam room, best thing to do, use this oil, use that oil, or use the oils, the collection of oils that you're making. Put it on. Use it on your head first, then go in the steam room and and sitting there for a good half an hour, 45 minutes, and let it steam out. And just let the oils fully, because what happens as soon as the steam, what happens when the steam gets your follicles, the cuticles open. Our cuticles open, and when the cuticles open, it allows for moisture to come through and pass through. So once we come out of the sauna and we take the thing off our heads, you know what I'm saying? So, naturally, say for example, if you went into the sauna, as soon as you come out of the sauna, all your cuticles, everything will still close. You know what I'm saying? So when it seals closed, it's all about moisture concealment of moisture. So I definitely recommend it.
So what would you use on your hair now, Drizz? What kind of stuff? Because obviously we're all gonna have to go bald soon. We'll have to get advice. So obviously we're speaking to two guys with locks, but I need to know what I've got to do when I get to that level.
Personally,
he's gonna wait till the last lock goes.
Mine's got to drop off. Sorry.
Personally, I use coconut oil on my hair, man.
Coconut oil, okay.
Yeah, it works fine.
So that's what grease.
And how often?
Nah, probably like once a week.
And you put it in your beard as well?
For about once a week?
As well, yeah.
That's probably what you need, because they say you don't need any more than that, because his hair produces a lot of oils. His hair produces a lot of oils. So if you used to be applying it any more than that, it'd be way too much. Way too much. Because with your hair texture, you produce a lot of oils.
Your hair is quite thin, isn't it?
Yeah, produce a lot of oils.
So a lot of guys we're watching this, we're at an age now, a lot of people are going to be losing their hair, going bald. So we want to know, but it's true, you want to know what to use. Because some people think you just cut your hair bald, wash it and just leave it. But a bald head, you still put grease
I've even said to certain people like, they want their beard to go back. I'm thinking like that in front of their head. I said, even try things like Regain for men. Because you've got products out there that will help boost it. And even try to do it naturally, like using things like jinxing and biotin.
Yes, I've been... Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Jinxing and biotin are really, really good. Herbal supplements are helps to restore hair growth. You know what I'm saying to you? You know, so I always say that, yes, if you're losing your hair, okay, once you start noticing it, try and start doing things
to make
to prolong it.
But ginseng biotin is great.
It's
biotin
good
as well is really
it's good for hair restoration.
And it works. does wonders for your nails as well.
Nails
Like,
as
for
well.
women, if you want to grow your nails, buy a tin. It works.
And also at the same time, I'll also say to people as well, if you all want healthy hair as well, do something as well that's important as well. Take your omega-3, 6 and 9s, your daily essential fatty acids, your flaxseed oils. Flax seeds come from a derivatized from linseed pods, you know what I'm saying to you? Which is very, 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 very good, you know what I'm saying to you? There's other plants out there as well that you could be, so that you could use things like Rosa Mosqueta. You know what I'm saying to you? Rosa Mosqueta is very, very good. You know what I'm saying to you? Very, very hydrating as well. You got things like as well like rice water, rose water, and everything like that. It's very, very good. Very, 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 very good for the hair and very hydrating and moisturising as well.
So, Naaman, as the people after they watch this, they're gonna probably want to know where they can find you. So I've sent a few people your way because I recommend you to everybody.
Yeah.
So if people want to literally look for you or get your social media or even come and see you, where can they find you?
Okay, guys, you can find me. I am located at 40 Victoria Road, Romford. That's at Nande Salons. Nande, Nande Salons, Romford. I'm also located on Instagram at Locs by Nay. Yeah, Locs by Nay, Instagram. I'm also located on Facebook on the Naaman Ginger Francois, also Hair by Nay on Facebook as well. But my main page is Instagram, so hook me up on Locs by Nay, Instagram, and also come down and see me at my base at 9 Day Salons, Romford.
Excellent. So people, you heard that, yeah? If you want to get locks or just general hair advice, as you can see today, Naaman's catered for...
Come down, get your hair twisted, get your hair locked.
I ain't got
Get your hair
I ain't got these
treated.
problems. You get me?
And the thing about Naaman, let them know you don't just do locks.
I don't just do locks. I do natural hair. I do all photo hair. So I cut, style, twist, you name it, braid, whatever. So come down, get your consultation. We can take it from there. Be looking forward to see you all.
Excellent. And like I said, this is Unspoken Gems. And today
on.
Naaman's dropped nothing but
Trust
gems
me.
for you guys, yeah? Like hair gems, life gems, and just looking after your natural look.
Get them good gems, okay?
The man himself said it. Thank you very much, Naaman. Thank you for coming, bro.
It's a pleasure, man.
Most
Thank you.
appreciated. Love.
Thank you.
Safe, bro.